Thank you very much, my sister, the Honorable Lady Justice Philomena Mwilu. Your Excellency, Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, our Speaker, Honorable Moses Wetangula, the Speaker of the National Assembly, the Deputy Chief Justice and Vice President of the Supreme Court of Kenya. Allow me also to adopt the protocol that has been established and recognize all the very distinguished guests that we have this morning, particularly recognizing our cabinet secretaries, and I think our prime chief cabinet secretary is coming to the judiciary for the first time. I've never seen him before. You're most welcome. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, judges, our development partners, constitutional commissioners, our partners at the National Council on the Administration of Justice, all the people we work with, the judiciary staff, everybody who has put their hand to make this report a reality and to come and support us today. We recognize you and really say a very, very good morning to all of you. I start by appreciating and thanking the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency Dr. William Ruto, for honoring the judiciary with your presence in this event. I also thank the Deputy President and the Speaker of the National Assembly, the Cabinet Secretaries, the Principal Secretaries, members of the National Assembly and the Senate, the Judicial Service Commission, chairpersons and commissioners of the various independent constitutional commissions present in this event. In addition, I'm gratified by the presence of the heads of various agencies in the justice sector and the representatives of our development partners. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, the launch of the Sonja Report 2021-2022 in the presence of the leaders of all arms of government speaks to the shared responsibility towards the realization of the constitutional right of access to justice as enshrined in Article 48 of our Constitution. This calls for all of us to embrace collaborative institutional engagement, because indeed we serve one citizen, the one we have named Wanjiku. We are all most grateful, Your Excellency, for the remarkable commitment to the constitutional goal of access to justice that you have demonstrated since you assumed office as the President of the Republic. Your triple commitment to address financial constraints that has hampered the optimal service delivery by the judiciary through increased budgetary allocation. Also, addressing judiciary's human resource constraints through appointment of more judges and curing the judiciary's acute infrastructure deficit through support of the judiciary's digitization agenda, and also your commitment to support us establish 100 small claims courts, and also courts in all the constituencies and high courts in all the counties as part of your legacy agenda, are truly clear of irrefutable evidence that you intend to partner with the judiciary to realize the objective of establishing an efficient and accessible justice system, and for that we are most grateful. Your hand of support and collaboration to the judiciary could not have come at a more appropriate time. This is given that the report we are launching today, like the previous ones, show that the judiciary is not operating optimally due to significant budgetary, infrastructural, and human resource constraints. We therefore look forward to working with Your Excellency as guided by the spirit of cooperative dialogue and responsibility sharing as envisaged in the Constitution to ensure access to justice for all. The fact that Your Excellency has embraced deepening access to justice as part of your government's bottom-up agenda makes this decisive moment in the history of the Kenyan justice sector. It is a moment that historians will in future look back to and identify as a transformative moment when all state organs jointly embarked on the journey of establishing an efficient justice system, which is a key ingredient and enabler for the realization of our national aspiration of social and economic development. In the judiciary, we are currently pursuing a strategic vision that we call social transformation through access to justice. This vision is a continuation of the pioneering judiciary transformation framework instituted by our Chief Justice Emeritus William Mutunga and sustaining judiciary transformation, which was heralded by my predecessor, the Honorable Chief Justice David Maraga. The thrust of STAJ, as we nickname it, is putting in place a people-centered justice system. We aim to remove all barriers that have hindered access to justice for the excluded, or those you have identified in your policy as being in the bottom of the pyramid. We believe that this perfectly dovetails with the government's agenda. Your Excellency, the reality is that removing barriers to access to justice is a challenge that the judiciary cannot surmount on its own. Therefore, all arms of government should join hands and work together to master this formidable challenge. My call and plea today is that it is time for us to come together to build our judiciary to be a strong and independent institution, an institution where judicial services are truly public goods that are accessible to all citizens, including the vulnerable, who are the most in need of judicial services, but have historically been excluded from accessing justice. Over the last 1 year, Your Excellency, the judiciary has been hard-pressed to work in pursuit of the strategic outcomes identified in the STAJ. The report shows that we have made great strides in ensuring that our justice system is accessible, it is efficient, it is also expeditious and cost-effective as mandated in the Constitution. At the same time, it also offers the nation a glimpse of the vital and urgent areas in which our corrective intervention is still required. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, during the financial year that we are reporting, 404,000 cases were filed in the judiciary, out of which 257,000 were criminal cases, and 147,000 cases were civil cases. And just to get a glimpse of where these cases came from, 42% of them actually came from 5 counties: Nairobi, Nakuru, Mombasa, Kiambu, and Machakos. These courts recorded a case clearance rate of 94%, where 380 cases were resolved. And that, I think, deserves a clap. a clearance rate of 94% is really good. At the end of the financial year, we had 878,000 cases pending before our courts. And this comprises of 294,000 criminal cases and 384 civil cases. This is an increase by 5% from the previous year. 76% of these pending cases are before the magistrates' courts. Of the pending cases, at the end of the period, 50% of them have been in the court system for over 1 year. This is a 10% decline from the previous year. In pursuit of our vision of ensuring that our justice system is efficient and cost-effective, we pursued a number of game-changing interventions and initiatives aimed at enhancing access to justice and service delivery in the course of the financial year that we are reporting. As a way of expanding the doorways of justice, 11 new ELC courts and 6 new High Court stations were established across the country. I think you need to applaud that. In addition, 2 Supreme Court sub-registries were opened, 5 Court of Appeal sub-registries, and 3 High Court sub-registries were established during this year. These initiatives expanded the footprint of these courts across the country, thereby ensuring easy geographical reach to judicial services by our litigants. Another transformative intervention, Your Excellency, during the year was the establishment of 11 small claims courts and appointment of 25 adjudicators to man these courts. The small claims court is a revolutionary court that has enabled the resolution of claims below 1 million shillings to be resolved within 60 days in a process marked by informal and less cumbersome court process. Because of these features, the court has made significant contribution to the economy and contributed toward ease of doing business during the short period it has been in operation. During the year we are reporting, Your Excellency, the Small Claims Court resolved 9,315 cases, thereby releasing Kenya shillings 1.431 billion shillings in the economy. Having witnessed the revolutionary potential of the Small Claims Court over the last 1 year, we project that if we have in place 100 small claims courts operationalized in the country, this will mark a turning point for the efficiency of the justice sector. In fact, if we get adequate support, we think of having a night shift operation, what the governor was talking about, with some adjudicators sitting from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in Nairobi and Mombasa cities, which would be a first for any public sector institution in Kenya and regionally. This will certainly place our country on the path to claiming the top spot in the continent in terms of efficiency in commercial disputes resolution, hence enhancing the country's attractiveness as a business and investment destination. To expedite the resolution of sexual and gender-based cases, we operationalized a sexual and gender-based violence court at Chanzu. This is part of our tailor-made intervention targeting access to justice for the vulnerable groups in our society, especially the children who are victims of violence. We hope to scale up the rollout of the SGBB courts throughout the country